Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Strider J23's Real Review Dojo. We proudly present The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition review for Xbox 360. Alright, now since this is the first time doing an actual review, let's go ahead and check out the guidelines. I'm basing this system off the old GamePro 5 out of 5 system because my buddies call me GamePro. And we're using Capcom Forevers because I'm a huge Capcom fan. Alright, if you get one Capcom Forever, it means it's a horrible game. Don't play it, run it over, run away. Two Capcom Forevers, it's okay, I guess. If you see it in the bargain bin for $2, try to pick it up. Three Capcom Forevers, it's a decent game. You know, it's okay, nothing mind-blowing. 4 Capcom Forevers, really well made, check it out, definitely one that you don't want to be without. And 5 Capcom Forevers, it is the best game you've ever played in your life, ever, amazing, pick it up, please. Okay, so the first thing we're going to review today is the storyline. This game has a wonderful storyline. I'm not going to ruin too much for you here. I'm just going to tell you that it revolves around a man named Geralt. And basically, Geralt is a witcher. A witcher is a person that fights and kills monsters for people, and they have supernatural powers. This whole series is based off a series of books, and unfortunately I did not play the first Witcher game, but from what I could tell on how good this is so far, this story is extremely captivating. These characters are dynamic, they're multi-dimensional, and as you can see from these amazing chase sequences from the dragon, a lot of medieval things are taking place. So if you really dig this kind of stuff, you're really going to want to pick up this game. I'm only about 7-8 hours in maybe, but I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. Alright, next we're going to take a look at the graphics of the game. Let me tell you, they are absolutely beautiful. This game was well renowned for the graphics on PC, and they did an amazing job here translating this to the Xbox 360. As you see me walking here, you'll notice that there's beautiful lighting effects. You see the bloom. Every time I move from shadow to shadow, you see the light from the sun casting down at me. You can see the absolute detail in the characters, the water, the scenery looks beautiful. For the most part, this game is a home run when it comes to graphics. Alright, the only thing I will say about the graphics is that when you get into the forest, some of the shrubbery doesn't look that great, and some of the textures are bland compared to the PC version. But other than that, really can't go wrong. As you see me panning the camera, you see the gorgeous skyline. It really is a knockout. Alright, so now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of every RPG lover, and that is the gameplay. Come on, let's face it, it's what we buy them for. This game has tons of gameplay choices. If you're familiar with the Mass Effect series or even Dungeons & Dragons or Choose Your Own Adventure books, yeah, I know, I'm going way back old school on that one, then you'll be familiar with that. A lot of games tout these choices and say, oh yeah, these choices are going to affect the game and you could do different things and things are going to happen. Well, guess what? A lot of those games, they promise that different things happen and they don't really. Maybe one little thing changes. Who cares? In The Witcher, different things happen, and that's why I love it. As you saw, I was talking with Arian Valette, and basically I was in charge of trying to take back this tower. There's many choices here. So Arian Valette, he wanted to be a bad man, and he badass. He's like, oh, I could beat Geralt, and Geralt's a Witcher, and he's like, whatever, and he's like, well, my men and I are going to take you on, and we're going to kill you, and Geralt's like, bring it on. So as you see, that's what I said, and now I'm fighting the entire army. Definitely the hardest choice out of all the choices that you get. But once you take out the army, as you see that I did, you're just left to fight Arian Valette by himself. The problem with that is that, there's more guys that are coming up. You see more guys there. They were around the corner. I didn't see them. I thought I was just fighting Arian Lavalette. It's a very difficult choice. It is an ends to a mean. It impacts the story. And, even though it's the hardest choice, if you're a huge fan of combat, you're probably going to take this because I'm sure you like to fight. It is very hard, though. It's satisfying when you win, I'm not going to lie. But there are easier ways to get this done. As you can see, I died because it is pretty tough.
You've fallen low, Witcher. Word has it you're one of the best swordsmen in the North.
All right, so now we're going to try option B, and that's going to be I'm going to tell him to surrender and save his men. And as you can see, the conversation is quite different this time. He's actually really pissed off that I actually suggested this, and he's kind of getting in my face, talking about how this King Foltest, who Geralt is working for, defiled his mother and made a joke out of him and his family, and he's just really, really pissed off. Now, as you continue to watch this conversation unfold, which I'm going to go ahead and let you do that, you're going to see another choice is going to pop up here in a second.
You heard them, Witcher.
Basically, he asks his men what he thinks he should do, and this time, Geralt says, hey, why don't you fight me one-on-one? And, of course, Lavalette wants the fame and the glory of defeating a Witcher in combat. And, Geralt's like, listen, I'm going to kick your ass, dude. And Lavalette, I give him his props. He's got balls. He didn't back down. However, well, you probably know how this is going to happen. Or how this is going to end up. Now, take a look. Last time, I was fighting the whole army. Now, if you take a look, the army is actually just in a circle. Kind of like a half circle, and they're standing by and they're watching, because now we have a duel between myself and Arian Lavalette. And again, you can check out the great combat mechanics in this video. You see some different combos with the swords, and again, I will definitely go into that in depth later on in the review. But for now, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and let you guys enjoy this great fight between me and Mr. Valette. So I'll be back with you guys in about 30 to 35 seconds, maybe a little longer, not sure. But go ahead and enjoy the ass beating I'm about to give this punk. All right. I hope you're enjoying this fight, but as you can see, it's almost time for Mr. Lavalette to exit the building because his life bar is really low. And I think it's only going to be about another couple more hits here. Yeah, here we go. And check this out. A beautiful cinematic kill, and that's it. This guy thought he could actually beat me, and Geralt whipped his monkey ass. Yeah, that's for all my rock fans out there. And now, as you can see, the result, if I had beaten the army in the first clip, the result would have been the same, where everyone throws down their weapons. And again, hey, you've accomplished what you came out to do. You can now move through the path, and you're all set. Alright, so now we're going to see what happens if we take Path C. Again, Geralt's telling him, again, to drop your weapon, fool. He tells him, hey, look, don't be a fool. This has gone on long enough. You don't need to die. Again, Lavalette, a man of stature and bravado. He's going to ask his men, look at that. The Witcher wants us to throw down our swords. And, he doesn't really want to do this, but also he doesn't want his men to die. So the Witcher's now telling him that, there's true enough. There's not going to be any massacre here today. He promises that nothing will happen to his mother. And that's all that Lavalette really wanted. He really didn't want to fight the Witcher in this particular choice. And guess what? If you take a look at it, even though you know it's killing his pride, he throws his weapon down, and his men, there they go. They're going to throw their weapons down too, and that's it. Geralt gets the job done, no blood spilled, and believe me, guys, this definitely changes the game. There's a portion where you get into the dungeon. If you kill him, you don't see him. But yeah, just continue to enjoy this great gameplay. Just want to show off some of the variety in the game, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. You'll see that it does impact storyline as well. From here, I actually could have just walked out, but no. Instead of walking out, it says find the trap fragment. I already did find the trap fragment, but here I decided to go up and I can eavesdrop on a conversation. You'll see him go against the wall here, and then he's going to listen in. And you know what this does, guys? This definitely changes the way that the game turns out. All right, now even more stuff to do, if you could believe it or not. We're in a tavern here, and I'm talking to the fight promoter, and you can actually box in this game. So right here, I'm going to bet some money on myself that I'm going to win, and you're going to take a look. The boxing is actually pretty cool. It's a quick-time event a la Shenmue, and you'll notice the animations are great. It's a nice way to see the characters up close. And, yeah, just enjoy it. It's awesome. I really like it. It's a quick way to get money and really shows off the game's polish. So, yeah, and the box is full out like Mike Tyson. Enjoy. That had to hurt.
Wouldn't want to get on your bad side.
All right, if there's any kiddies in the room, you might not want to be having them in there at the moment. This game was known for a lot of violence and a lot of sex, and I figured, you know what, you guys probably want to see this anyway, so I'm walking up to a whore. You just saw I paid her some money. We're in the brothel, and, yeah, just go ahead and enjoy this scene. I'm sure you're hearing the 80s porn music in your head right now. The bow, chicka, bow, bow. Oh, yeah, get it on. Geralt is quite the ladies' man. So, yeah, enjoy. He did his thing. He gets the ladies. Alright, now for the last part of the review, we're going to review, to me, the most important thing in an action RPG is the combat. And the combat in this game is incredible. It's really, really fun. It's swordplay and magic-based. And we're going to take an in-depth look at the combat in this review. As a matter of fact, we're looking right now at the arena. This is a place where you can practice your combat, and you can fight all kinds of guys for prizes. It's like a mini game. It's built right onto the game. You don't even have to do the regular game if you don't want. If you just want to fight, this is the place to go. All right, so the way that this works is that you have your basic attacks. I'm going to tell you what the buttons do. A button is your weak slash. X is your strong slash. Y button casts the spell, and B button evades. Now, as you notice from time to time, you'll see the screen keeps slowing down, and what I'm doing is there's you hold the LB button down, and it brings up your magic. Now, while you're looking at this magic in real time, the things are still moving around. However, you're able to choose what sign you're going to use. That's the magic in this game. It's called signs. Right now, there's 5 basic signs. The one that I use the most is the one there you see I'm shooting a white bolt at them. Basically, I think it's called Axle. And when you throw it, it stuns the guy, so you can get a couple hits on him. You can go ahead and mess him up with your sword. Another really useful spell is Quen. You'll see me. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. You'll see that I'm illuminated with magic now. Because I'm illuminated with magic with Quen, basically all the damage that I would take is absorbed by Quen, so I'm not taking any damage. Another one, of course, is going to be your basic fire spell. Every game has it, so... This one that I just used, one of my favorites. I actually just discovered it a couple days ago. Honestly, I wasn't even using it that much. But basically, he casts a magic trap, and the guys are stunned, and they can't move for like 10 seconds, and you can just wail on them. It's just great. And you can see all the different signs, all the different magic. This one is really cool. If I'm able to get it on, it does take about 10 seconds to get. Basically what happens is I'll gain control of the opponent, and he'll fight for me and fight other people. Mind control. Yeah, Yoda would be proud. Jedi mind tricks, Geralt definitely has nothing on those. Actually, I mean the other way around. Yoda has nothing on Geralt, because Geralt, he got them mind tricks, you know? But yeah, so, you know, just continue to watch this incredible footage. I can tell you guys, it's beautiful. It's fluid. The only thing I could see is that, and again, I'm really early in the game. I'm nowhere near beating it. I think I'm about 8, 9, 10 hours in. You know, there's basic, you know, you have your parries, your dodges, your blocks. The only thing I could see is maybe the combat might get a little bit repetitive, but again, there's probably a bunch of things that I'm not seeing. All right, well, one last cinematic kill, and let's finish it up. One more quick thing I wanted to say about the combat is there's 2 swords in the game, a regular sword and a silver sword. Use the Witcher sword to fight monsters. I didn't want to spoil that for you, so just check that out in the when you actually pick up the game. All right, so final verdict time, guys. Here we go. Storyline, I'm giving that a 5 out of 5. Plenty of plot twists and turns, excellently woven story. It's based on a series of books. You can't go wrong. Graphics, 4 out of 5. Excellent, some of the best I've ever seen on a PC to Xbox 360. Just some of the textures, they were okay. Gameplay, definite 5 out of 5. You cannot beat all the choices, storyline and gameplay. Combat, 4.5 out of 5. Incredibly fun to play. Just hope it doesn't get repetitive, but I doubt it. Overall, we're giving this 4.5 Capcom Forevers out of 5. You know what that means, guys. You got to go pick it up. All right, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time at the dojo. Tune in a couple of weeks. I'm probably going to end up doing Warriors Orochi 3, but I wanted to do this for you guys first since it's a new game. All right, guys, remember, Capcom Forever, baby. Peace out. We'll see you next time.